What up, everyone? This is Leroy Gaffney, better known as Butter Scud, the neighborhood thug, coming to you. And this is the Go Hard Nation podcast. Man, we took a little break to get a few things accomplished, man. One thing about YouTube, man, and this internet section of my life, it doesn't supersede life itself, the streets, the house, family. These are things that, also take a lot of time and energy out of my day, and I had to check on a few things and do a few things, but I'm back. Don't worry about all that. I'm back now, man, and we are here to talk about black art and the things that entail that. Okay, at this side right here, you see, this is a design that I did a while ago. It's called Bubblegum Kush mixed with Punky Brewster. Two different strands of marijuana that was personified within this heart-shaped form that I did. These are just designs that I do certain times just to just show off a little diversity in my art. As you can see, the Punky Brewster, that's a European female mixed with the bubblegum kush. As you can see, it all flows down into the berry tasting, which comes in a lot of marijuana forms. When you taste certain strands of marijuana, they have like a fruity taste, like a nice little, we call it that fruit basket, but it's like a fruity taste that comes on when you smoke it. It can be enjoyable to people that's into stuff like that. When I did this design right here, it's different. When a lot of people see this design right here, they see, man, that's different, man. Once I see them, it's two weed plants that's, looking at each other, and they kind of they laughing, and they and they mixing together, and it gives off, to some people it's a weird look. I'm gonna ride it a little bit so you can see the weed plants. You see why they call it Punky Brewster, because of the red hairs and the design. So I put the Punky Brewster design over the top. And, as you can see, the fruits come down. And this is the bubblegum kush mix that we mix together. This is, I did this design as a poster, but it's also, you can get it as a print. And I do a shirt with this design on it. So, if you feel as though, man, you want to come in at the art at any price range, we have a certain price range for shirts, for certain price range for the art itself. And we have so you can come in at any range if you're going to get some of the art of Butter Scud. So, with me being an artist, I'm always trying to show you my artwork. I'm always trying to show you designs, man. This is one of those occasions, man. I want you to see the design work. I want you to see the different detail that I put in, man. Anybody that knows marijuana weed, and how the weed has certain hairs in it, or certain attributes, man, that make you that gives it its name. Like I said, that the reason some of this weed was called Punky Brewster is because of the red hairs that was in it. Once you see it, that's usually a indica, as you would say. It's a red hair indica. It's like it's just certain attributes that the weed will have that, like some weed has a certain smell. Like, remember when Biggie said the lamb spread, he was basically talking about a weed that had a real funky smell to it, man. And if you've been around any goats or lambs, you know that they're real and gamey and intense smelling animals. So, some marijuana plants, they get that name from the attributes like the smell or the little hairs in them, or the, or certain scents or certain flowers that come around it. So, it's a design that I did, man. I'm hoping that you understand it and see what's going on with it. Like you said, it's a bigger thing about it too, man. It's just and we're gonna talk about the art today, man. I want to tell you about why I did this one and why I showed you to it. Because, like I said, if you really look at it, man, it's just there's two plants, man. But where I envisioned this design came from, man, was a very different and dark movie. Don't get me wrong; it's nothing I really was worried about or anything like that. It's just a dark, different movie, man. So when I did it, it came from a movie, A Clockwork Orange. I know I'm telling my age and my time and everything, but it's from the movie Clockwork Orange. Anybody remember that with Michael McDowell? And these were a group of kids that went around and ramrodded and ran up in people and raped and pillaged and did a lot of negative stuff, man. But it's not the movie per se. It was the way it was made. It was a Stanley Kubrick movie. If anybody knows of the director Stanley Kubrick, he dealt with images where the camera would span out. You know what I'm saying? And he would have a lot of slow moving designs and stuff like that, man. And then when you see the vision of it, it was jarring and different. And I used that when I used this design right here to do these plants. They reminded me of like the Brit, and he was a English bloke, as they would say, man. So a lot of his introductions were real dark and sarcastic and and different. And I like to deal in them things, but see, like I said before, man, black community, man, sarcasm is lost on the black community. We don't understand. We like our comedy. We like our the way we talk, straight up, no chaser, man. Tell me what you mean or don't mean, so I can get the gist of everything. But that's not in a lot of communities, man. Especially in English communities, man. They tend to beat around the bush sometimes, man. They tend to tell you something meaning something else, and it's witty, and you got to listen to those people so that you'll understand what they're saying or what they mean. Because one thing they can be saying, and they can be meaning something else. So, that's something that you want to make sure that you understand. And I say all that to say this, man. That when I watch those Stanley Kubrick movies, and he done a few, man. He done Full Metal Jacket. He done A Clockwork Orange, the one I'm talking about, and he did Eyes Wide Shut. All these movies are movies, man, where you see how The Shining. I know you guys remember The Shining. How the camera would come back, and you'll see the image, and then he'll have like certain designs on the side, man, that means something, but you have to check it out later to see what it was. Like in A Clockwork Orange, he would have these chairs with these big noses coming out of them, man. It was a sexual thing, and the guys was wearing crazy stuff, man, and they was trying to get this guy to they were trying to break him because he was such a bad teenager that they were trying to break him through showing him different scenes and pictures of negativity to a time that broke him, and then they put him back into the community. And when they put him back into that community, man, he was lost because his parents didn't want him around anymore, so he was lost. And the guys that he beat up and raped found him and brought him back to this place and beat him up and abused him and put him back out in the streets, man. And it was a weird movie. And when I first saw it back in the days, it wasn't the theme of the movie. It was the look. It was more like they were being playful and fun, but they were dealing with real life issues, man. So that was real crazy, man. And it just jarred me for some reason. And so when I did this design right here, man, that movie was in my mind. It had me thinking, if you look at their faces, man, you'll see that they're enjoying themselves, but it has a sinister feel to it. And the reason I feel it's sinister is because it's like a fake laugh on that Punky Brewster. It's like in the kush, he's blowing a bubble, but he's blowing that bubble to lure you in so that you can partake of it. You know, I wouldn't say that weed is a negative thing but it is alluring, and it does make you think you having fun, and then sometimes, man, you can overdo it. You know, I'm not saying it's something that's addictive, but I'm just saying sometimes you can overdo something, and it's not fun anymore. It becomes a habit, it becomes a issue, man, something that you need to control or work on. I think a lot of us in the community, we do things to the detriment of having fun after a while. Sometimes we do things, man, and it becomes an issue, whether it be drugs, sex, anything, man. Even the control of certain things like family and your bills and everything like that, man. And you can get driven to the point where it's habit forming, man. You know, you don't want to get into the habit of doing something, man, that you don't feel as though you always want to do. And that's what I say with us black folks, man, that we and I'm not even gonna go black folks. I'm gonna go us black artists. We get into things, man, that we know that can be detrimental, know it can be harmful, man, but it controls it. I mean, it's something that we do, man, so that we can stay focused. Sometimes to stay unfocused. Sometimes we do things, man, that we to take our mind off of our stress, man. You know, life is tough. The things we want in life, man, are hard to get, especially being a black man that has no real financial backing from others and stuff. So things could get tough, man. You know, we get to thinking we got to do everything, man, to get these things, man. Sometimes we'll push the limits, man. We'll push the penal limits, man. We'll push ourselves physically and mentally, man, to get these things. I know sometimes I could do that myself, man. I could push myself so hard that to get something, man, that I think I deserve, man. I hope I deserve, just to prove everybody that I can do it. I've always been told, man, as a young man, when they see my artwork, when they see the things that I do, man, as far as the things I make and whatever, people are always telling me, man, you should be rich by now, man. You should have paper. And sometimes it's a compliment, man, and I appreciate that what they're saying, but sometimes, man, it's just it rubs me the wrong way, man, because I've been doing this for all my life, man. I've been working, I've been grinding, stay up all night trying to figure out ways of making money and things to do that can help my family and friends and myself, man. They have a financial ceiling where everybody's comfortable. But it's tough, man. It's tough to get these unit sales out of anything. You know, things out here, man, are getting tough for everyone, man, and we all out here trying to find our way. And only thing right now I can give these people is my artwork and my time and my energy, man. I give you that every day. I'm trying to give these people this every day, man. That's why this podcast is so important to me. And while I'm on it, man, can I get everybody to like, share, and subscribe to the podcast, the Go Hard Nation podcast. You can find it under Butterscud or the Go Hard Nation podcast on YouTube. Facebook is my name, Leroy Gaffney, and on Instagram is Go Hard Go on Nation. Go Hard Nation. So yeah, this podcast is important to me, man. These things are what I'm trying to get through. I'm giving you me. I'm giving you the artwork. I'm giving you something so that you can understand what we're going through and what we're doing it for. I'm hoping this movie become different. This is something that I want for black men to understand, man, that we're here to get our point across on a lot of stuff. You know, like I said, everything we do don't have to be Afrocentric. It can be from your mind, from your imagination. It don't have to be just a drawing that you've seen from the streets or some street negative stuff all the time. Sometimes it can be playful, man. It can be from things like this design right here. I got it from the Stanley Kubrick movie, A Clockwork Orange, man. It's different, it's weird, it's something that makes you think. And let me tell you about black folks, man. You think that we all on the same accord, that we all on some hip hop and talking trash and doing, but I've met a lot of black diverse people. I've done some things, man, and I thought that nobody would catch on, and then somebody would figure it out, and I'd be like, man, you caught me. You found out. And that shows you, man, that us out here, man, we are diverse, man. We just got to give us a chance. Everything can't be, hip hop, and everything can't be streets and Afrocentric kente cloth type things, man. We can do other stuff, man. And not to mention, white folks will understand it too, man. Everybody will see that this, man, wow. I know you got that from. I understand what that picture meant. We need diversity. As us black artists, man, we need to be diverse. Like I said, soon I'm gonna keep using the word black artists. But after a while, we're gonna just be artists. We're just gonna be the ones that make art. Now, I've said this before. If you're not self-actualized or you're not the real artist, you're gonna have to work towards that. You're gonna have to understand that when you are artist, you sell your art. You don't just make things, because that's what you're doing. If you're not selling stuff, you're just making things, and the world don't need that many more things just sitting around. If you're gonna make a thing, let it be sold to you. Let it be sold so somebody can appreciate that thing. But if you're just making things, that's not art to me. That's just making things. So let that sink in your system for a second. Let that take the hand of that and walk with it. Because that's the truth about being an artist. If you're not selling, you're just making things. So I'm tired of making things. I'll make things all day, man. I'm a crafty young man. Old man anyway. I'll make things all the time, man. I make boxes and everything like that, man. But if that stuff is not sold, I'm just making a whole lot of things. So this is that platform where I'm trying to sell and make profit off the unit things that I make. So there's something for you black artists to understand, man. And don't let nobody tell you, man, that, well, they just want to see the stuff, man. If your art is not being invested in, it's not art. It's just you making a whole lot of things. They might be pretty things, they might be ugly things, but they're just things. Art is something that's sold. You see what I'm saying? I make clothes, like you said, I make clothes, I make shirts, all that stuff. That's to be sold. That's not to be given away. I've plenty of giveaways. We out here selling and making things. So that's why and another reason that I do this is because the black artist needs to be invested in. He needs to be understood that we're not out here just making stuff that you like and hoping that somebody that we give it to you. This is a financing. This is an endeavor. You know what I'm saying? These are things that we out here doing so that people understand that artwork is real. Black art is a true It's a true thing that everybody can't do. I used to be upset back in the day because I was like, damn, you know, a musician was called an artist. And I'm like, man, they can make a 3 to 6 minute song, and I sit here for hours and days, sometimes months, drawing and designing, and and he could get a bigger paycheck than I will. And that used to bother me, man. But now I understand, man. You know, it ain't up to me, because some art is sold for a lot and some art is sold for a little bit. A lot of music is done for free and a lot of music is done for big bucks. So you just got to find your level. If you don't know your level, then that's when it's time to figure it out, so that you can do bigger and better things. You know what I'm saying? These things are something that you got to work on. So I'm not gonna hold us up this long. Got to get home and stuff. Figure out what's going on there. You know, like I say, man, life is tough, man. There's things that we all got to take care of. It's things that we got to work on together. You know, life is an internet life, and then there's a street life. And we all got to deal with both of them at one way, shape, or form. So, you know, it is what it is, man. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed the artwork. I hope you see the reason for me doing it. You know, fun. But I did it because I want everybody to know that black art can be as diverse as we want it to be, man. I want us to be different. I want us to do things, man, that everybody can appreciate. English, Spanish, American, black American, white American, you know what I'm saying? Anybody. As long as they can understand and see the where it came from. You know what I'm saying? What made someone, what gave them the battery in their back to do something like that. You know, we all have muses. Some of us be through movies, be through our, you know, significant others, our kids, you know. You just pick that muse and you go with it. And you make stuff, man, that people can look at it, man, and they'll be like, oh, man, that's odd as hell. But I know where it came from. I don't know where it came from. There's some in my head, man, that's seen that before. And I see what influenced them on that. So I'm going to get it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to sit here. I'm going to get it. Because that's what I need you to do, is get it. This was made for somebody, man. And if that somebody is you, then come on, grab it, man. You know? Come on, put it up somewhere, man. Come on and like I said, I know it has a marijuana influence and stuff, man. And there's certain things that a lot of people are not in agreement with. And the Punky Brewster, man, you know, that was a old show from back in the days, man. You know, you come home, man. I think it used to come on Wednesdays or Thursdays or something, man. It was the Punky Brewster show, a little girl that, you know, she just had these misadventures and all that stuff, man. And some people might remember from that. But know there's been influence, there's a lot of influences, a lot of different influences in this picture, man, that shows you, man, that you don't have to just do anything that you think everybody else do. You can just do the influences in your life, man, that'll make you design and draw stuff, man, that's weird. You know? I'm trying to get us all away from just having this black art up in your junk sometimes. Sometimes, man, have something that's just odd or different, man, that you was influenced in life about. And you wanna do it and put it out there so somebody can see it and be like, man, hold on, man, that reminds me of something. I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm old, but it makes me feel a certain way, man. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna put it up somewhere. I'm gonna do something with it. And you do, and then later, somebody you might put it up somewhere, and then like a family member or one of your kids like, man, that reminds me of something, man. That looks like something that I've seen before. And did that come from A Clockwork Orange? And you be like, how you figure that out? And he be like, man, I felt the feeling. That's what you want your art to do. You want your art to make somebody feel some kind of way, not just be aesthetically pleasing to the eye, but to feel like, man, I seen that somewhere before. I don't know where, or you do know what it is, but you just don't remember right offhand. And you go ahead and say, man, look, I'm gonna purchase it because it puts me in this mind frame. And that's the best way for art to be, man. To put you in a mind frame, man, that you think that every time you see it, man, it is different to you. You know, I'm gonna bring some more art around sometime in the near future in my different podcasts so that you'll understand what I'm saying, and I can give you that feeling, man, something that you be like, oh man, you know, I don't know what it is, man, but when I see that picture, I feel this kind of way, or I feel this, or I've seen this before, and it don't have to be something from Africa, or it don't have to be something from the streets. It could be something like basically like a movie or a show that you've seen before. All right, you know, had a good time talking. I enjoyed. Like I said, man, I'm sorry that I took off so long, man. It was things that I had to take care of, man. You know, life is life. It's things we got to do. So I'm hoping you take care of your business. Hoping everything's good. I got a friend, Ken, and my man, and my barber, and my friend Link. I think they having a party this Friday. I'm going to go check out, man. I'm going to enjoy. So, you know, from the people in the 757, man, I hope you be there, man, and shout out to them. Happy birthday to both of those guys. They're good friends of mine. And I'm going to tune out right now. It's getting late, so I'm going to go on home. And peace, and enjoy your evening. And everybody stay safe and out of trouble. Peace.